Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. You're listening to Bombshell American, the latest in television entertainment news. Hey, young The Restless fans, I have got your 2-week spoilers for July 28th through August 8th. We're going to talk about Victor slapping Kane down. It's Belinda from Bombshell American. If you are not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, July 28th, Nikki is fully prepared to trade Chancellor for Nick, but she won't sign the electronic documents until she sees him. Amanda's trying to make it happen, but Nikki pushes to see Nick first. And part of it is an affidavit of his innocence since he has been framed. So Amanda takes Nikki and Lauren to the storage room, but guess what? Lots of blood, no Nick. So Nikki's really mad she won't sign the papers. Amanda was so close to getting Chancellor for Kane. Billy, Sharon, and Sally get bloody Nick back to the club car, and Sally hikes down for help. She comes back later and says the tracks are clear and have been for days. Meanwhile, Carter's using Lily as a human shield, holding a gun on her. Carter confesses to drugging the liquor and stabbing Damien, and Chance is trying to talk him down. You know, put down the gun, all that. Carter is ranting about doing all this for Kane, who says he never asked for any of it. And then Carter drags Lily away. Billy runs into Lily and Carter and also tries to talk the guy down. Chance and Kane catch up to them. Kane tells Carter, "Let her go. Take me." Carter lets her go, then Chance gets between Kane and Carter and fights him for the gun. Chance is shot dead. And then a few minutes later, Carter shoots himself dead. Kane has Amanda turn off the cell phone blockers. She calls the cops. Jack blasts Kane for getting 3 people killed. He says Chance's death is going to crush Na and Jill. Absolutely it will. Lily apologizes to Kane for thinking he killed Damien. But Billy thinks Kane should not move back to Genoa City as he planned because everybody there is against him. Of course, Kane's going to ignore that. And he says he and Billy can talk about Abbotcom and other deals once he gets back to their hometown. Kane tells Amanda he is not going to give up on Lily. We all knew that, right? Phyllis and Billy agree. That Kane's big plan ended badly and Billy wants Phyllis's help to get Chancellor back away from the Newmans. She's on board. Victor wants Adam to send a helicopter to get them the heck out of there. Nick reassures Sharon his wound is not too bad and they have a long-awaited kiss. Victor, like Jack, is also blaming Kane for everything. And Victor vows to make Kane pay for all of this, including Nick's injury. Billy tells Nikki and Lauren that Nick is okay. And she runs off to cuddle her boy. On Tuesday, July 29th, Lily has to tell Nate that his brother Damien was murdered. And of course, Nate's going to be devastated. He lost his new brother. And Kane being in town is going to be messy because, you know, Nate's not going to want to look at his face. Kyle and Audra's struggle for power gets dangerous. I don't know if it's going to get literally dangerous. We'll see. But in the end, they both are going to probably be in trouble with Claire and Nate. Billy and Phyllis are in a position to defend Kane. Billy and Phyllis still both think that Kane is the solution to all their problems. And you know, Carter going nuts wasn't his fault. It wasn't like he asked him to do any of that. But Jack and Victor, of course, think this is all on Kane. On Wednesday, July 30th, Amy gets the awful news from Nate that her son is dead. And she is going to be inconsolable. I hope it doesn't set back her cancer. Victoria and Adam are finally getting along as siblings. They've got a peace deal. The rest of the family is probably going to be amazed. And Victor teaches Kane a lesson on Wednesday. Victor's going to slap Kane down. But then again, the mustache can't really stop the plan that Kane's already got in motion since he's had Holden busy working for him all this time. So, we'll see how it goes long run. I think Victor might have met his match in this new Kane. Thursday, July 31st, Nick and Sharon's brand new reunion hits a speed bump, but I think it's going to be okay. Jack and Diane are very concerned about Kyle and what happened in France and the messy Audra and Victor plot against him and Claire. They do not want Kyle going dark again. Victor unites the Newmans and of course, they need to fight off Kane and Billy and other threats coming their way. Friday, August 1st, Tessa gets assistance from Daniel. He is spending time in the park with Tessa and little Arya. And Daniel has a lot of doubts about his mom, Phyllis's new plan. And of course, that's her alliance with Billy to get Chancellor. And also her plot with Cain to get everything else she wants. Daniel, of course, thinks this is all more crazy talk from Mom. And Jack sacrifices something for Billy. We'll see if it's Abbott-Com. We'll see if it's his peace of mind going into the following week, August 4th through the 8th. Cain is going to be in Genoa City officially. Now, if you remember, Cain bought the GCAC, and so I wonder if he's going to set up his living arrangements there. You know, they have so many people living there instead of having other sets. Or maybe since Cain's going to be around long term, Y&R splurged on a new set. Or maybe we're just going to see Cain getting an office at the GCAC. Obviously, he's going to check in with Halden and how he's progressing with his target list, which included Mariah, it included Chelsea, it included Claire, and I think was Abby on the list. There was somebody else on the list. Remember, we have got Cain with a lot of irons in the fire. So, what was going on in France was just the tip of the iceberg. And Phyllis is already living in the GCAC. That's going to help the schemers get together. I think we're going to see a lot of Billy and Phyllis plotting there with Cain. And Sally, of course, may wonder where this leaves her. Is Jack going to cave and let her run Abbott-Com to keep Billy from spiraling? Maybe that's the big sacrifice. I mean, the thing is, Billy being close to Phyllis is not going to be great for his relationship with Sally. Assuming Amanda is going to be staying at the GCAC too, things are going to be really tense for Amanda and Cain with the Winters family after Damien's murder and all the blame being heaped on Cain. Nate surely is going to confront Cain for getting his brother killed, and Nate's going to be distraught and furious. He was just getting to know Damien and they were just forming this bond. Now he's gone for no good reason. All of Genoa City is going to be grieving Chancellor's death, and Billy owes his mom Jill a phone call to explain what happened, but it might be Lily that makes that call instead. Kyle is stunned and upset that he wasn't there for Claire when her dad Cole died. And I'm interested to see if Audra makes accusations to preempt Kyle trying to expose her scheme. When Kyle said he was going to expose it, Audra said, you know, she was gonna say he came on to her. So, we may end up with a he said, she said. And again, I still don't like that Kyle was kissing on her. That's cheating in my book. Victor is determined to outplay Kyle where Claire is concerned, and he may lie to Nikki. Cain's going to be struggling as the town pariah, but being unwelcome may make him more determined. And Sharon and Nick Sparks continue to grow. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms including Apple Podcasts preview for the popular soap opera The Young and the Restless, covering events from July 28 through August 8. The storyline centers around intense conflicts involving key characters such as Cain, Victor, Nick, and others within Genoa City. The drama escalates with shocking incidents including Carter's violent rampage leading to the deaths of Chance and Carter himself. Victor blames Cain for the chaos, while Cain refuses to back down and continues pushing his agenda despite opposition. Meanwhile, Nikki is hesitant to trade the Chancellor Company for Nick without proof of his innocence, and tensions rise as family alliances shift. Phyllis and Billy form a strategic partnership to regain control over Chancellor, while Victor and Jack unite to counter their threats. The upcoming week promises further turmoil with Cain officially moving into Genoa City and continuing his vendetta, impacting numerous characters including Nate, who is devastated over his brother Damien's murder. Relationships are tested, secrets unravel, and the power struggles within the Newman and Chancellor families intensify. The narrative also highlights the emotional fallout from Chance's death, the growing romance between Nick and Sharon, and the complicated dynamics involving characters like Kyle, Audra, and others caught in the crossfire of these escalating conflicts. Highlights Fire Carter's violent rampage results in Chance's death and his own suicide, igniting intense drama. The boxing glove. Victor slaps Cain down, but Cain remains undeterred in his city takeover plans to balance scale. Nikki refuses to trade Chancellor for Nick without seeing evidence of his innocence. Handshake. Billy and Phyllis team up to reclaim Chancellor from the Newman family. Brokenheart Nate is devastated by his brother Damien's murder, adding emotional depth to the storyline. Of Brokenheart Nick and Sharon share a long-awaited, passionate reunion amidst chaos. Cityscape. Cain officially moves into Genoa City, setting the stage for more power struggles. Key insights. Pistol escalation of violence as a catalyst for plot development. Carter's confession and subsequent shooting of Chance, followed by his own suicide, serve as a critical turning point in the storyline. This sequence not only raises the stakes emotionally for the characters but also introduces a wave of grief and blame that propels the narrative forward. It highlights the theme of unintended consequences and the destructive potential of unchecked vendettas within the soap's universe. Boxing glove Victor vs. Kane, power struggle as a central conflict. The confrontation between Victor and Kane symbolizes the classic battle for dominance in Genoa City. Victor's physical slap and verbal accusations underscore his frustration and desperation to maintain control, while Kane's refusal to back down reveals his ambition and resilience. This dynamic sets up an ongoing rivalry that will likely influence multiple plot threads, emphasizing themes of legacy, control, and retribution. Scroll Nikki's demand for proof reflects moral complexity. Nikki's insistence on seeing Nick and obtaining an affidavit of innocence before signing over Chancellor reflects a morally grounded stance amidst the chaos. Her skepticism introduces an element of due diligence and justice, contrasting with the impulsive actions of other characters. This shows that even in a high-stakes drama, some characters act with caution and principle, adding layers to their characterization. Handshake strategic alliances highlight political intrigue. The alliance between Billy and Phyllis to reclaim Chancellor from the Newmans illustrates the soap's ongoing theme of political maneuvering and shifting loyalties. Their cooperation suggests a pragmatic approach to power, where personal relationships are secondary to strategic gains. This plotline adds complexity to the narrative, as it intertwines personal ambitions with family and corporate battles. Broken heart emotional fallout from Damien and Chance's deaths. The deaths of Damien and Chance resonate deeply with multiple characters, especially Nate and Amy. Nate's grief and fury towards Kane humanize the conflict, showing how personal loss intersects with broader power struggles. Amy's potential health setback due to stress adds a poignant layer, emphasizing the real-life consequences of the character's turmoil. These emotional arcs enrich the storyline by grounding the drama in relatable human experiences. Revolving Hearts Nick and Sharon's rekindled romance as a beacon amidst chaos. The reunion between Nick and Sharon provides a hopeful counterpoint to the surrounding violence and betrayal. Their connection offers emotional relief for viewers and reminds the audience of enduring love despite adversity. This subplot maintains balance within the narrative, ensuring that the soap's hallmark romantic elements remain intact even as darker themes unfold. Cityscape Kane's move to Genoa City signals new era of conflict. Kane's official arrival and plans to settle in Genoa City mark a shift in the soap's power dynamics. His control over GCAC and ongoing target list of key characters suggest that his influence will be pervasive and long-lasting. This development promises heightened tension, as Kane's presence challenges established alliances and forces characters to adapt or resist. It sets the stage for future confrontations and strategic plays that will shape the series' trajectory. Overall, the video outlines a richly layered, emotionally charged period for the young and the restless, combining high-stakes action with intricate interpersonal drama and evolving alliances. Viewers can expect a roller coaster of grief, betrayal, romance, and power struggles as these storylines unfold.